Hey everybody, I'm Adam.
I'm Andrew.
And welcome back to the Castaway Brothers podcast.
What's up, guys? We missed you for all of, a minute or two on our time, but, probably a whole week or two on you guys.
From a different time than you.
What the
Time flows differently for us. Why it may have been weeks for you, it was merely minutes for us. But anyways, we're going to be continuing the top games of the past decade.
I want you to feel this look.
Oh, I feel it. Do you guys feel it?
They probably feel it. They probably feel this glare of what the hell is wrong with you.
That's a completely different list for a completely different time.
That's fair. All right, so continuing where we left from our last episode of the podcast, we were going through and talking about some of the best and worst games of this last decade, and we're picking up in 2014 where we left off. So, Adam, would you like to start?
I would.
Too bad. I'm kidding.
I'm just going to start off with one that I don't have a whole lot to say about, and it's just Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I've heard it's actually one of the best platformers of all time.
Really?
I've heard it's fantastic.
I have heard it's good. I've never played it. I know we have the SNES Classic, and we play Donkey Kong Country on it a lot, which is super fun. We need to finish that. But there's a lot of games we need to finish. But I never have gotten to play Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, but I've wanted to, because it looks good.
Also, I believe it's...
Is it on the Switch?
It is now, and I believe it may be multiplayer. Well, not like Donkey Kong Country multiplayer, like both are going at the same time. I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me. But,
I want to say it might be, because I've seen at least some clips from Game Grumps playthrough of it. I've been meaning to go and watch all of it. And I want to say they might do that. I don't remember. Anyway.
What you got?
If you don't have I got some pretty big ones, if we're just trying to go quickly.
Let's hold
here's one that I don't think either of us will have much to say about, but I heard was a pretty good game. Alien Isolation. I
almost put that one on there. That's a really...
I heard it was a good horror game. I just never got to play it.
I may try to play that some this Halloween or something. Get some friends around.
Yeah,
turn off all the lights.
And
die inside. I meant the month.
Okay. The month. All right, sure. I'm getting married on Halloween, for those of you who don't know. And
I didn't mean Halloween.
I just thought about that.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Nah. Hey, bachelor party.
I already have a different bachelor party in
my
mind. Don't worry about that.
That's a good best man.
I'm going to actually run through a bunch that I don't have a lot to say about.
Yeah. You'd mentioned that beforehand. That's why I was letting you start.
Goat Simulator.
Yeah!
That's a lot of fun.
That is a lot of fun.
It's
so dumb, but so fun.
It wears down pretty quickly on me, but it's a lot of fun before it does, because it's just...
Especially because there's actually some, split-screen multiplayer you can do on there that we discovered. So that was fun.
PT.
Yeah, that's actually one of the ones I have on here. Yep. I was saving, because that one is a huge hit.
I just don't have much to say about it, because I've never played it.
I have watched at least a good majority of the playthrough of it from Game Grumps. I don't know if I ever watched the actual thing. It is holy fuck terrifying.
I hate what followed it with the falling out with Kojima.
Mm-hmm.
But
because God, he did such a good job with PT, and then Silent Hills was supposed to be amazing, and then Metal Gear Survival.
Metal Gear Survive,
happened, and what happened, Kojima?
But that wasn't Kojima.
Oh, that's right. That's because he left.
Right.
Yeah.
The last one he made, I actually...
What happened, Konami?
I actually have a few things on his.
Okay.
But, I got Sims 4.
Okay. My fiance loves The Sims.
A bunch of my friends do as well. It's a fun game. I've heard it's best with mods, but don't have much to say, but be remiss if I didn't mention it. Destiny.
That was one I had. Yeah.
I don't much to say. I played it a little bit.
It's great, but I've
heard very mixed things about it. Cause I've heard it's great. I've heard it's the worst game ever made.
I'm gonna go ahead and go ahead. Sorry.
It's just heard a lot, and the only time I've really played it was I had some friends trying to get me into it, and they were just trying to get me to the end game, and I didn't. I didn't care.
They were trying to rush you through. It was rushing me through. That definitely kills the enjoyment of it.
Yeah, it killed it for me.
I'm going to go ahead and say one real quick that I don't think either of us have much to say about. Bayonetta 2.
I saw the first Bayonetta at one point, and I love the style of these games.
Yeah,
they're beautiful.
It's really cool.
But yeah, no, not a whole lot to say about it. I've heard it's a great game. I love it. I love its art style.
Wasn't Bayonetta 2 Wii U exclusive?
Yes, until it wasn't.
Well, yeah, it's on the Switch now. And
I think it may have also gotten ported to the others.
Yeah, maybe, but I know at first at least it was. That's all I've got for 2014. So take it away.
I've still got quite a few.
Go for it.
GTA 5. I don't think GTA Online was the thing yet, but GTA 5 was.
Yeah,
that was a really good one. Just classic GTA, you know what it is. It's never thought I'd end up playing them though.
Yeah, I didn't either until I picked it up and played it, and because we had it, and I was like, well, I want to play online with my friends because Larry and Angela had it, even though at the time they only had one of their PlayStations there, and Larry had his at his parents' house.
Right.
But so I would play it and play with one of them for a while, and I was just like, this is actually really fun. And now we all play it. We do heists all the time. We motorcycle club missions. We go around just dicking around for no reason and just making our own fun, and it is awesome.
It's good.
And
also, I don't know if we
Larry's a
said
troll.
this yet, but there's a fan going because it's really hot in here.
Yeah, so if the sound, if you could hear that in the background, we're sorry, but it was getting very warm in here.
Yeah. And then
Alabama weather sucks.
Yeah, it does. Last one on the rapid fire one that I don't want to mention, but I can't not. 2014 was the year of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, I will give it credit for becoming such a phenomenon, although I have
none of the other games on this list.
I don't know that it should have become such a phenomenon, but it did.
YouTube blew it up.
And yeah, like YouTubers like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, everybody, they made it blow up so much. And I mean, the first game was cool. There wasn't anything like it at the time, and now everything's like it. So. But
its own thing. I
mean, it's definitely not bad, and it's definitely a lot scarier to actually play it than to just watch it. Because that I watched and I was like, this doesn't bother me. And then I know you played it and you were like, actually kind of got me.
It was more like a lot
stressful.
Yeah, it was very stressful.
Of the management of everything.
Yeah. All right. I've been avoiding most Pokemon games just because this is around the time where there was a Pokemon game a year.
Oh,
so it's like all of them felt less special. But Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came out this year. And I put that on there because Ruby and Sapphire are my favorite. Blaziken's my favorite Pokemon.
That was one of the first ones that we played and like beat the Elite Four on too.
Yep.
Because we like co-opted. Yeah, that's right. Because we borrowed it from Scott and several times actually. Because Mom kept finding it and then making us give it back, and then he would just let us borrow it again until she gave up. But we actually we co-opted on that one and went through and finally beat that one, and that was our introduction to Pokemon, and it has always held a special place in our hearts, and Blaziken is the best. Fight us, scrubs. Anyway.
Every other fight's weak.
I actually haven't... I never finished Alpha Sapphire.
As a remake goes, it wasn't great. It was like, I liked it because nostalgia, but it was also kind of just like,
Yeah.
And then I'm going to let you take it away. Shadow of Mordor.
Oh, Lord of the Rings.
yeah, but Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rings, Assassin's Creed.
It really was. The mechanics were almost identical to Assassin's Creed. But it was in Middle Earth, and you were playing as
Mordor specifically.
In Mordor, like it takes place in Mordor. Like while Mordor is expanding and Sauron is gaining power. Or this is after he had been defeated, and he's regaining power.
Is it? I thought this took place before the events of Fellowship.
Yeah, it does. It takes place after The Hobbit.
Sauron hadn't been... I mean, I guess he'd been defeated, but...
Yeah.
Okay, that time. I thought you meant
I'm talking about when his fingers got cut off with the ring.
Everything in Lord of the Rings is past that.
I know. Like I don't know why. Shut up. Anyway, so this is before
Fellowship.
Before Fellowship, and you're playing as this guy who was in one of the human like Gondor kingdoms of Mordor or whatever, or something like that. Or cities, I mean.
Yeah, I know.
And he dies immediately.
It teaches you the controls, and then you die.
And then you die right off the bat, excuse me. And then this wraith, like the spirit of this old elven king.
Was it a king?
I believe so. There's an elven spirit at the
Yeah,
very
yeah.
least. I'm pretty sure it was a king. Basically possesses you and gives you these wraith-like powers so that you keep... And that explains the respawning, essentially. And that's how you keep coming back and killing everybody. And it's a really fun game because I know they're actually... I want to say this is one of those where you actually had to be stealthy on some missions too. Like there was one mission where I kept getting caught and it kept starting over. Like where I had to like poison.
I'm here or there on those.
I enjoy them because I as much as I like the option to stealth or just guns blazing, run and gun. I like the ones where it's like, okay, you have to actually be stealthy on this. There is no choice because it's fun. Because it's like, okay, I got to actually take my time with this, and even if I mess up, I can just fight my way out.
Yeah,
like, I like the ones where it is only stealth. You have to beat it successfully stealthily, or you don't beat it. There's one I had to like poison all the grog or whatever on one of the enemy camps, and I kept fucking up over and over, and because I kept trying to do different things to distract people or draw attention away from me, and it kept backfiring every time. Like one time, there's the wargs, the
wolf things.
the wolf things that they ride. Like in you see them especially in the two towers on their way to Helm's Deep. The Rohan people on the way to Helm's Deep. They have the fight with the warg riders. Well, in this camp, there was a warg in a cage that they had locked up, and I was like, all right, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to open this cage. And there were like some orcs or whatever nearby. I'm going to let him go attack these orcs, and I'm going to sneak on by. I bust open the cage, and it kills me immediately. And I was like, shit!
Well, that wasn't part of the plan.
It was great, but
I had a plan.
It was a very fun game. You could get different abilities with your Wraith thing that did different things. Like you could do like a shockwave. You could do a thing where you like absorb their health. If I remember correctly, you could do things where
you could brand them.
You could like brand them where I want to say it's that one. I'm pretty sure you could do it in both of them. You brand them to where they're under your control, like they work for you now, and they like help you fight and shit. It's really cool. It's a fun game. I never actually finished it, but and I hate it because I love Lord of the Rings, and I'm ashamed of myself that I haven't finished Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War.
We're bad about finishing games, you know.
Yeah, that's just us, especially single-player games.
Yeah.
If it's a co-op, we are going to go just power through that game. Mm-hmm. It's so much fun. But, anyway, very good game.
Very good game. Hyrule Warriors came out this year, the original one for Wii U. But yeah, no, that was a really good Dynasty Warriors game with the Zelda skin on it, and as a Zelda fanboy, that was fucking fun.
Yeah, we got it on the Switch a few years later.
Yeah, 2017. Nope, 18. Every character felt really different. There was it was a lot of like really good. Shut up. I forgot what I was saying.
Hyrule Warriors.
Yes, thank you, Andrew.
Characters felt different.
They did.
I don't
know.
I don't know. You were the one saying things.
Yeah, I know, and you interrupted me. Whatever. It's a good game. What else we got this year?
Another thing that's fun about Hyrule Warriors is that each character can actually get different weapons for different fighting styles.
Yes! That was a lot of fun.
It was so cool.
Impa. That's one of my favorite forms of Impa. That's what I was saying.
That Impa's a badass.
She has a giant, like the Bigoron sword, like a Naginata.
Huge-ass katana and a Naginata, which is
so
dope.
Cool.
The best character in that whole game. You can fight me on this all you want, but I will stand by this till I die. Young Link. Because you turn into Fierce Deity, because it's Majora's Mask Link. You turn into Fierce Deity, and no one can touch you. Also, I love when you get the powered up items. They do extra shit, like the hook shot that pulls the Majora's Mask moon on people. Also, like I love the finishing like ultra moves or whatever. Mm-hmm. Those are so cool. And then Young Link's actually cuts through the moon and down into the ground.
It is so extra.
He's so extra. And he's so great.
I'm also like a lot of those characters are really good. Like even Ganon is so much fun to play
everybody
as.
plays so differently, but it feels unique. Mm-hmm. Nobody feels like, oh well, this is just this character again. Even the two Links, the Zelda, Impa.
There's at least 3. Well, we have Toon Link.
Oh yeah, Toon Link.
And then there's Linkle. That's technically the 3DS one, which became the.
I forgot there was Toon Link. I was just thinking Link and Young Link, to be honest. But even all of them feel different enough that it doesn't feel like you're just playing the same character. It's just so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Have we unlocked Toon Link yet?
We finally
just did. Yeah, we need to go back and play that again because that's a fun game.
Smash 4.
Smash 4. I didn't get to play that one much because that was when I didn't have a 3DS.
Right, and the 3DS one
and we didn't have a Wii U.
3DS one wasn't great.
Yeah, it was.
That Smash game in general was fine. It was pretty good.
That's what I heard.
What I would definitely give it is...
That's why Duck Hunt was introduced in that one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would give it its roster of characters because it had a huge roster and brought in some of the best third-party characters in DLC.
Mm-hmm.
That was real good. But the mechanics were pretty tight. It was, especially after Brawl, it was really good. Not much to say. Just really, really, really good one. And then I've been saving the last one for probably my favorite of this year, Shovel Knight.
Oh, Shovel Knight!
I love Infinidagger! Shovel Knight's so good.
God.
It is a classic
playthrough of Shovel Knight is great too. But Shovel Knight is such a great game because you got single player, you got co-op. It feels like you're playing an old Super Nintendo game.
It feels so
like an
much
old
like a
Super
SNES
Nintendo
game.
Platforming game. It feels
but
like
with none of the annoying stuff. It's like all the you have to use a password to save. Oh, you have to do this.
Yeah.
It's just limitations of the time. That's all gone. It's only convenience. Like the shovel drop was directly inspired by the Link's down stab in Zelda 2.
And consequently after that, Scrooge McDuck's cane pogo thing in the DuckTales game.
Yeah.
But it's such a good game. It really is.
If you were looking to,
it's genuinely difficult. It's not just a difficulty spike like old games used to do.
This is just a really tough enemy because it's bullshit.
Everything had skill. A pattern that you had to learn and skill to avoid it and figure out when to do damage and everything. And it took dedication, skill, and precision, and it was great. And it felt really so rewarding.
And the platforming in that is precise and beautiful. There's so many times that
it's not floaty or anything like that. And there's certain things you have
floaty enough to give you a chance to panic a little bit and try to line up just right.
Especially on the small little platform.
Yeah, all the bouncing between stuff is great. The way to get to secret areas is so unique. It's if you're looking into game design and you're wanting to make a platformer, look into that game.
Mm-hmm.
Look through the levels. It's so good.
And you get all the different power ups and the different armors and everything that do different things. And it was great.
You can play it your way. Almost every version has a unique boss. I think the PlayStation one, you can fight Kratos.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Kratos looking armor. In the Xbox version, I think you can get you can fight Battletoads. It is some of the bosses are insane.
Battletoads.
Some of the bosses are insane.
Is there one like that for on the?
I don't think
there's
one for the Switch. I'll look into it, but
because we have it on the Switch, and I don't remember.
Yeah, there's co-op on it now.
They've actually got different story modes on there too. There's Plague Knight story mode. There's
King Knight came out recently. Yeah. But my favorite is Spectre of Shadow, where you're Spectre Knight, the Reaper looking guy.
That's not Plague Knight. No, that's what I was thinking because he's got the Plague Doctor mask.
Nope, no, that's two different ones. He has a faceplate with a red.
That's
smoke.
Right. Yep, my bad. But Spectre, yeah,
he is so cool.
Yeah.
Every one of those also. It's not just you're literally the same character, but a different character.
Thing. Yeah. No, they each have their own controls that do their own things. They have their own story and everything. It's so cool.
You're actually learning some Spectre Knight's backstory as you're helping.
Spectre Knight helps the Enchantress or whatever
create the Order of No Quarter.
Collect all the bosses.
Also, there's a ton of cheats. There's a ton of cheat modes that either give you there's invincibility, different stuff like that. Yeah, it's hard to get some of them, but. There's also Big Head mode, and one that's just called Butt mode, where it replaces half the nouns with butt. That is literally all it does, and I love it. It's so dumb. I love it so much.
That is beautiful.
And I think that's my game of the year. Let's see. Looking through, only one that would even contend really is Hyrule Warriors, and since it wasn't the definitive version, I'm going Shovel Knight.
I'm gonna go with Shadow of Mordor.
Fair enough.
Because I actually did play a lot of that game.
Yeah.
I didn't finish it, but that one I played a lot more than Shadow of War, which is even better from what I've heard, and I want to go through and play. But
and I'm gonna move on to this next year real quick.
Super fun.
Because there are some good games this year in 2015.
2015.
Yeah. Right off the bat, I'm gonna
Witcher 3.
I was not gonna start with that, but sure, let's go with Witcher 3.
Because that one was on my list. It was like it's at the top of my list right here. And
I was gonna go bullet points of the like lesser games that I still wanted to touch on, but let's start off strong with Witcher fucking 3. The one that got me into The Witcher in general.
Oh my god.
It's such a good game. I want to play it more, but it takes it does all that all the stuff that the open world games that I fall out of so much. It gives me too much at once and I get overwhelmed. Mm-hmm. But I need to play that game more. It's so good.
And watching The Witcher on Netflix actually got you to play it more.
Yeah.
So
Geralt's such a good character. I love all the side characters. Ciri is amazing.
Yes, Ciri.
The combat reminds me of Monster Hunter, which I absolutely love. It's so good. I can't praise this game enough.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you can get bullet points to.
All right, cool.
To smaller games.
Dying Light.
Also,
if you're gonna let me.
No. Sorry. I just. Gwent.
Did that come out this year?
No, I meant Witcher 3.
It has Gwent.
Did it introduce Gwent? Was that Witcher 3 or was that an earlier game?
I don't know, but at least Witcher 3 had Gwent.
I know it had Gwent, and it became so popular that it has its own like card game and like own game coming out and everything, and that says a lot about how popular the Witcher series is, and that a game inside of the game became so popular that it is an actual game now.
Yeah,
that is awesome. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Dying Light.
Ah, yes.
Very good zombie parkour game. Mm-hmm. That was not. It was very much the same.
Did that
vein
one have multiplayer?
I think so, but I don't remember.
Okay, I can't remember. But, I know Dying Light 2 is supposed to.
Yeah, it's a really good game. A lot of emphasis on running and not killing zombies, which I always love that. That's always a lot of fun. Mario Maker.
Yes,
a lot of good
Mario Maker. We never got to play it. We never got to play it, but I've watched so many videos on YouTube of people playing Mario Maker stuff, and it is glorious.
It was a great tool that they gave us, and I couldn't not mention it.
I would love for them to make a Zelda one where you can, like a Zelda Dungeon Maker, even if it's only like old, like top-down Zelda type thing, that still would be so much fun. Yeah. Because I know you would absolutely eat that up. You would make so many dungeons. You'd be like, Andrew, come play this dungeon. And then I'd get stuck and you'd be like, aha, my plan worked out perfectly. And I'd be like, I hate you. And then you would help me get through it because you're a good brother sometimes.
The fuck was that tangent?
I don't know. Go ahead.
Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
Oh yeah, okay.
I like that one. I had some fun with that. I definitely like the second one better, and I'll get into that one whenever it comes.
Yeah, but still, good game. Good game.
Yeah, solid game. Liked it. Really good character customization. Mm-hmm. Bloodborne.
Yes, that's one I had.
Bloodborne's really good. Yeah. I don't have a lot to say about it because I've never played it
either. But it seems to be my style of game. Whereas with Dark Souls, you have to wait and block.
Patience, blocking, and dodging.
Bloodborne is attack, make your own opportunity.
Kill them before they kill you.
And that is my type of gameplay.
Also, the gothic aesthetic is beautiful.
Yes, the aesthetic in that is amazing.
It's so good.
This one you've got. I think you would actually have something to say about, so I'll wait.
Yeah, Triforce Heroes. That came out this year. A super underrated game that I can't really recommend unless you're very niche and just love playing multiplayer Zelda games.
It was so much fun.
But all the little costumes giving you the different bonuses and stuff was a lot of fun, and I really dug that.
That was a great game. That one, I loved that one.
Starting to get into more, it's still kind of bullet points, but more to say about them.
I only got one more. So.
Undertale.
Oh, hell yeah.
Undertale. Great game.
Oh, yes.
Never played it. Watched so many playthroughs of it.
Yeah.
It's really
amazing music design in that
music,
too.
especially for like how small the team was. I'm not sure if it was only one person or not.
It was not very large, and they did such a good job.
The fact that it's still holding up today is really good. Some of the characters are a lot of fun.
Megalovania, go.
Anyways, you gotta stop doing that to me, man.
I'm sorry. I was trying to remember how it went, and I couldn't. I knew you would.
The story and the options to to spare everyone is really good.
Yeah, the fact that there are different playthroughs that affect everything.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Like all the
you can do a pacifist playthrough and then do like a genocide playthrough, and like some of the stuff from the pacifist, from what I remember, carries over. If I want to say, at least in dialogue or something. I don't know, maybe not, but it's so cool. Mm-hmm. It's so well done, and I have no idea about Deltarune that came after that.
Yeah, I didn't put that on the list. EA's Battlefront.
Still our
best viewed video.
Our best viewed video.
It was for what it was pretty good.
It wasn't bad by any means.
The game itself and the mechanics,
the gameplay and the mechanics
were very good.
The graphics, everything was fantastic. It was a beautiful looking game. There was still some co-op stuff. You couldn't do like what we loved doing back on the original Battlefront 2, which is where we could be on the same team and just play against AI and just go nuts, because I loved that. But it had wave defense, which was still fun. We did that on our some of our early videos on the channel.
Yeah.
And was super fun. Had a lot of fun with it, but
its content in general was kind of lacking.
There wasn't just a whole lot to do.
But it was supposed to be a multiplayer shooter, so it accomplished.
Oh yeah.
What's the next one? We're gonna go with Majora's Mask 3D.
Okay.
I love Majora's Mask. It's one of my favorite Zelda games. The 3DS remake was so good. It added a lot of quality of life changes. Like in the Bomber's Notebook, you could organize stuff better. There was the song of Double Time where you could basically skip ahead to certain. It would basically you'd be able to skip ahead.
Oh, is that introduced in the 3D?
No, you could skip ahead a day. In the 3DS one, you could choose what hour you started at. Like you could just skip ahead 1 hour or entire next to like 3 days.
I didn't think it was introduced in that. I was like, "There's no way," but that's cool.
It refined.
You could choose how far ahead you wanted to skip.
Exactly, it simplified
super
a
cool.
lot of stuff, and so it was really good, really solid remake, and the way I mainly played Majora's Mask, so I really dig that. I'm gonna hold off on that one because that's my baby. So we're gonna jump.
I got a big one if you want.
Go for it.
Metal Gear Solid 5:
Phantom Pain.
Phantom Pain. Is that where you were about to go?
No.
Okay.
Actually, yes.
Okay.
Not the one I skipped, but the one that I was going to.
That's what I meant. The one you were going to from the skip.
Yep. Phantom Pain was so good. I'm still playing it some.
And I love watching you play that game. It is so cool.
The epitome of a stealth game. It's really good at not holding your hand just put on this box and they'll go away. No, if you shot and just hid in the box, they're gonna find you. Like, you do have to run. You're gonna take some fire. You're gonna be recovering, and now they're on alert. They will be less on alert the longer you wait, but they still know you're out there.
Yeah.
I pulled off some bullshit to get out some of those missions, but it worked, and I loved it. And also, you get a dog.
Give us an example. You get a dog.
There was
20 out of 10.
I had to sneak into this kind of little complex, and there were 2 guard towers to the north of it. And I was sneaking around to that side. I went like the long way around, took out one of them, and was gonna try to barely sneak into the complex with my silenced pistol, look through the window that he's in, and just take him out, and then just sneak my way out. That went terribly because I go for a shot and miss, or I can't quite get the shot because he's behind something, or there isn't a clear shot through that window, and then a guy walks around the corner to where he is literally standing next to me, freaks out, I kill him, he's alerted 3 people, they start coming, I have to kill them, more people just keep swarming, so I'm like, screw this, jet inside the building, look at the guy, gun him down, and then I'm running out, Sonic the Hedgehog style, as people are just firing at me, and I'm hiding behind a rock, shooting back, and then trying to throw stuff to make them look a different way, and keep running. It was terrible.
That is amazing.
It went so bad, but I love that it's just hey, you messed up, die or keep going. Oh,
That was my last one. So that's awesome.
I got another one for you then. Arkham Knight.
Oh, all right. Yeah, we got into this a little bit in the last one. We were talking about Arkham City and Origins and everything. This one was good. I like how bold they were with the opening, too. They opened like right after Arkham City ended with the funeral, like the cremation of the Joker, which is like holy shit. But I did hate that they just kind of rehashed the Red Hood storyline.
It was like, especially the way they advertised it was, this is a completely new character. Mm-hmm. We don't know who this is. I'm like, oh, it's like, this looks like Jason Todd. It's kind of similar to like, oh, you're doing Batman's job, but better, because you'll actually kill the, it's a Red Hood.
Yeah.
It's just, and then it's like, guess what? It's Jason Todd! Red Hood, yes.
Yes, I figured this out a while ago.
That's why I was hoping it was going to be somebody completely different.
Yeah.
But... No.
I do kind of hate it was just Jason Todd. But, I mean, the mechanics were still really well. I hate that it forced you to use the Batmobile so much. And another thing I hated was that the Riddler stuff, it was Riddler challenges, and it was just Batmobile racetrack.
There were a few that I think weren't, but most of them were racetracks. And it's like, you guys really were proud of this Batmobile, weren't you?
Apparently.
That being said, the story was really good.
Oh,
there was a lot of
like
really
Batman
good...
was like going crazy. Like
that's
the only one I didn't play.
He was hallucinating Joker.
Yeah. That's the only one I didn't play. Actually, I played the other. I own the other three. Yeah. You own that one, and you played that.
I didn't even finish that.
No,
it was good though. I actually enjoyed that one. I'll defend that one.
Yeah,
but it was definitely
didn't need to force us to use the Batmobile.
Take out the Batmobile, and that game's fine with me, because like I'm fine with you.
Give us the option of using the Batmobile and not being like, hey, get in the Batmobile. Where are you going? You can't do this without the Batmobile. Even though you can clearly glide across this gap, you have to get in the Batmobile and jump off this ramp to get over there. It's like, but...
And even then, I wouldn't hate it as much as like, this is faster. Okay, cool. Tanks.
Yeah, and then it went into like tank missions where you're just sitting there destroying waves of enemies as they come up. And
don't worry, they're remote piloted. You're not killing anyone, Batman, so you can use that very specific cannon on your Batmobile for these very specific circumstances. You know, when all the other times you need the Batmobile to be a tank. But also there was Fallout 4 this year.
Oh yeah, is that the one you skipped?
No,
I didn't think
Fallout 4's fine. I had.
I was like, that's not your baby.
No,
like,
that is not my baby.
Oh wait, no, that's the next year.
We'll get there. Don't worry about it.
No, we're in 2016, right?
We're in 2015.
2015. Yeah, no, that's not the game I was thinking of.
But there was.
Sorry. Yeah, I have no idea.
Fallout 4. It was fun. It was a good Fallout game.
The mods were great.
That I played mostly with mods. I had Batman armor with the lightsaber.
The lightsaber or Crescent Rose from Ruby.
I usually had like her cape.
Yeah.
But it was fine.
With a red lightsaber, red cape, black Batman armor.
Yeah, I had like Batman Beyond style armor or something like that.
It was cool.
But it was fun. Solid game. Didn't play it much. My baby this year, already calling it my game, but Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate.
Oh!
This was my very first Monster Hunter
2015?
game. 2015?
Okay.
I didn't, this wasn't the first one this decade, but this is the first one I played, so that's why I'm mentioning it.
It's the first one I played as well, and I hated it.
It's fair. That's completely fair. It was clunky. The controls
I didn't hate I liked the world. I liked the monsters. I liked the idea of it. The controls were not good, and it was on the 3DS.
Which is why the controls weren't good.
Which is why the controls weren't good, and it made my hand cramp because of the way the controls were, and I did not enjoy it as much as I wanted to. I have grown to love Monster Hunter a lot more in recent years, and we'll get to that when we get there.
That, but this is what opened me up to one of my favorite game franchises of all time now. Because it's first of all, it's a very simple gameplay loop. Kill a monster, gather materials.
Or capture. You have the option of capturing as well, which is fun.
But use the materials you get from those to make more weapons and armor, which you use to kill/capture more, and then repeat. And it's so much fun. You have no inherent defense or anything. There is no grinding strictly for level. You are only grinding for armor or weapons.
Materials to make better armor, better weapons.
If you cannot beat a monster with your armor, you either need better armor or you need to get better.
Yeah.
Because, like, it isn't just like, if I kill 7 more of these, I'll level up and then I'll be better and just be able to breeze through it. Like, no, you gotta work for this. If you mess up,
there is no
it's your
stats.
fault.
Your stats don't go up or down based on how many things you've killed and experience points. It goes up and down based on what weapon you have, how much you've upgraded it, what armor you have,
how much you've upgraded it.
So, like, I love the series. I just...
For You was it's still, in my opinion, one of the best Monster Hunters. It just was on
It had a great roster of monsters and everything. It
has the best. I will go ahead and definitively say.
I hate that I couldn't get into it because of the controls.
The controls were a major sticking point.
Because I know you and our buddy Terrence y'all played it a lot, and y'all tried to get me. I played it with you several times. But that's also one of those I refused to play on my own.
Yeah.
For that one, and so
I was. Story on that. It has some of my favorite monsters.
I was way underleveled and everything, but
I will definitively say it has the best roster of monsters. It has so many. It's so good. For a 3DS game, it looks gorgeous. And it's just, I love that game so much. It will always hold a special place in my heart, especially since it was my first one. And I fell in love with Monster Hunter after that. And so that's why that's my game of the year.
I'm glad you stayed on me about Monster Hunter and got me to try Monster Hunter World. Or got me like, hey, this is coming out. Check out some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think you might enjoy playing this one with me, even though you didn't like the last one. And I was like, well, I didn't like the last one. And now I know it was because of the controls at the time.
And I was able to pit that in because that was my biggest hurdle as well. The controls weren't fun.
I could play it so much more comfortably now. It was very my hands cramped, and I hated it.
It wasn't great.
I liked the game. I didn't like playing the game, if that makes sense.
No, that makes 100% sense.
Okay. So, and I wish I could like it more.
Yeah. So, what's your game of the year?
What all did we say?
I'm gonna narrow it down for you. Monster Hunter For You. That's it. That's what you need.
Monster Hunter For You. Looks at me expectantly.
Bloodborne, Witcher 3, Arkham Knight, Phantom Pain, maybe like Triforce Heroes, Mario Maker.
I liked a lot of games. I didn't get to play a lot of these games,
Yeah.
so it was harder. I'm going to go with Bloodborne, though, because I love the aesthetic. I love the...
Really?
It's definitely my style of game, and I've been wanting to play it for a long time, especially now that we have PlayStations. We need to fucking get this game.
We do.
But even though it is Dark Souls, it is different enough that... I don't know. I'm going to go with that one, because I have liked most of the gameplay and everything I've seen of it. So
Okay. Fair enough. 2016, I'm going to have to start re-hitting on... How long are we at?
Almost 40 minutes. We may end up having to do a third episode of this.
Yep, we may.
Wow.
But,
all right.
I hate that too. 2016, I'm going to start doing what I've been doing, bullet points.
I'm going to start...
Go ahead.
No, there's just one. It's not a console game. Pokemon Go.
That was on my list as well. Because I could not mention that. It was such a cultural phenomenon.
For a whole 2 months.
Even I will give it a solid 3 or 4.
I mean, true, yeah.
It definitely dipped off from what
even
it
now. My
originally
fiance still plays it a good bit every now and then, especially in places where, like, if she ever goes to the park here, because there's so many Pokestops and everything.
Park's a great place to play.
She'll play Pokemon Go while she's there. So
it was fun. It was very bare bones, but it was fun enough that it really brought everyone together as a community, and was just great.
Yeah, it was awesome for a while.
Unfortunately,
I don't have a whole lot on this list.
I kind of do, and a lot of them are bad. I'm going to actually go through all the bad ones real quick.
Go for it.
So we've got Paper Mario Color Splash.
Oof.
Same problems as Sticker Star, just not great, very boring, and all the charm from the Paper Mario series is just gone. The combat's still annoying, it takes forever to do anything, and yeah. We've got Mighty Number 9, which was a spiritual successor to Mega Man
Which
that got kickstarted.
was supposed to be so good.
It was so hyped up. People were getting so excited for it. It was bare bones. It was glitchy. It sucked. It was just... Everything about that game was just pretty bad. And just... like, the mechanics kind of contradicted themselves and just weren't great. Then we've also got No Man's Sky, which was we were promised the moon and given a rock. It was so bare bones. All the features that we were supposed to have were... There was nothing. Like, they didn't do anything. Like, it was supposed to be multiplayer. Like, the
But
chance
it was
of
so
encounter...
huge, you were never going to run into
No. That's not even it. It just didn't have multiplayer.
Really?
Really. They added it later. But, like, because that's what they advertised. Like, hey, it's so big that you'll probably never, ever see another person. But if you do, you're all in the same server, and it's great. And then 2 people confirmed they were on the same planet at the same time, and they weren't there. And it was cool because you got to name stuff, but that only lasted so long. And then the whole point of the game was you're trying to get to the center of the universe, and whenever you do, it just brings you back to where you started.
What?
It basically goes, congratulations, bye!
What the hell?
It was so dumb. And that's pretty much all my bad ones, actually.
Okay. Well, I've got a good one.
All right.
Motherfucking Doom.
Doom did come out. How did I miss that?
Doom 2016,
You're
my dude.
absolutely right. Rip and tear. I still haven't played that.
Boopity schmooples.
I still haven't
I'm sorry, I
played
keep
that.
making Gang Grip references.
You
I gotta
absolutely
stop.
do. I'll make sure it wasn't. Sleeping again.
No, it's good.
But that was a really good shooter,
and it was such a faithful like remake of the original like Doom games from PC and everything way back when. It felt like those games from everybody that I've heard of that played the originals and then played the new ones. It felt so much like it, just more modernized and better. Graphics and stuff like that.
It was a weird thing because it was gratuitous violence without being gratuitous violence. Like, because it was.
There's actually a mechanic in this game called glory kills.
Exactly. But it never feels like it's trying too hard to be edgy. And it's like, nope, you're ripping through demons. That's what we're doing. You rip their heart out, you rip their heart out. Moving on.
I didn't like dwell on it. It's
exactly.
Just like, it was like, oh wow, you ripped that dude's head off anyway.
It's now a good projectile.
You can now throw it at someone. Congratulations.
I don't know if you can, but I wish you could.
Keep moving on.
I haven't played that one. I need to. But it was just that was a beautiful game that it knew what it was and it stuck to that. Speaking of that kind of style, not even close to that style. There's guns in that game. Enter the Gungeon came out this year.
Okay.
That's a little game I've been enjoying recently. Nice roguelike. I've been getting into some roguelikes. Mm-hmm. Everything's a bullet or a pun on a gun. Mm-hmm. There's references to other, like you can get the NES Zapper as a gun.
Really?
You can get Mega Man's thing. You can get a BFG.
That's awesome.
And it's a lot of fun. I'm not good at it, but it's fun.
I got 2 other games on here that I've heard of, but I don't know that we'll have much to say about. But I didn't want to. Dishonored 2.
Don't know anything about that.
I've seen some gameplay of the first one at least, I think, and so it's got like stealth assassination and everything in these games. So I heard they were pretty good. I never played them. I don't know. And then we got where'd it go? Titanfall 2, which I've heard those were pretty decent.
I like at least concept. Those enough. Concept alone, I like enough.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I like mechs. They're cool.
Yeah.
You're fighting mechs. What
was that mech game that's supposed to be coming out for the Switch that hasn't come out yet?
Oh, it's come out.
Really?
Daemon X Machina?
Yeah!
Yeah, it came out last year.
Oh.
I just haven't been able to get it, and I've heard nobody talk about it. Because it came out right before Link's Awakening. No, maybe same day.
Wow, Nintendo.
Yeah. So I still actually got quite a few for this one.
Okay, cool.
First of all, PSVR came out this year.
Okay. Which I still kind of want to get.
I want for the VR experience alone.
Just for the VR, especially just to get some friends together and just dick around with some VR stuff on the PlayStation. It'd be
especially
fun
because they are adapting new stuff. Like Doom actually has a VR mode.
Yeah,
and that would be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
One I don't have a whole ton to say about. Ultimate Ninja Storm 4.
Okay,
we played that one. Naruto. It was a lot of fun.
It
got through the story really good. The mechanics are so tight as always. It's a really good game that you've got to really focus on.
Very smooth gameplay. Very nice. Very fun. Fuck the exploding clay guy.
Deidara. Deidara is the worst. I love him. So Xenoverse 2 came out this year, which is where I really shone. It was basically Xenoverse 1.8. But it improved a lot of the first game.
1.8 because it kind of did the story.
It was
over
very
again.
similar. A lot of the story was exactly the same. Most of the gameplay was exactly the same. It just added a lot, which was good because now every race had a transformation. There were raid battles, which I actually loved. I had so much fun with the raid battles. There were a lot more options for a lot more things, tons more moves. They started going into Dragon Ball Super some. But it was a really good game. Mm-hmm. And then going from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Fusions came out this year too.
Oh my God.
I will defend this game till I die. It is so good. It's literally, if you've ever watched Dragon Ball, you know about the fusion dance and the Patara earrings. There's fusion. It's a fun thing. There's an entire game based around just fusing different characters together, and it's not just and then they fight. Which, I mean, they do fight, but that's not the point. But it's kind of a strategy game. You can hit them and knock them towards the ring, which if they get a ring out, it does extra damage, and then they drops them down the line of like who's next, and however high their speed is how quickly they get to go. And it's like a timeline of it. The fighting mechanic is so interesting that it's almost like a turn-based RPG. But also not. It's so cool, so intricate. I love that game. I would play it on the channel, but it's a 3DS game, so I will never play it on the channel.
Yeah.
Then, fuck, we still got more, boy. We got
Dragon Ball.
You bet, Overwatch. There's a dragon in there.
One dude uses a dragon thing.
Two dudes use a dragon thing.
Yeah, sure.
Hanzo and Genji. I played a lot of that one when it first came out with some friends.
It a bit. It was fun.
It was fun. It definitely had a lot of toxicity, so I didn't stick around.
It also
with
depends on who you're playing.
Oh my
with,
god, it depends on who you're playing with.
Because the friends we have now, it wouldn't be. I don't think
it
it'd
would
be
be fun to play with them, but at the same time, it's like I don't care anymore.
Yeah,
it's whatever. But overall, the lore in the game I actually really dug. All the cutscenes and stuff, not cutscenes, the videos they released on YouTube of backstories.
Yeah,
really
those are all really good, really fun.
XCOM 2 came out 2016.
Yeah!
Very, very similar to XCOM with a lot of updates. It had a few things that I didn't like the injury system was very, very difficult.
because all injuries make you in the infirmary for so much longer. But I like how it started. It starts as though, even if you beat the first game, it starts as though you lost the first game and the aliens
Which
invaded.
It actually has an in-universe reason why that can be. Because while you're in there, you have this thing jacked up to your brain because you are in-universe, a military brilliant tactician. Mm-hmm. And you have been going through simulation after simulation after simulation, seeing what would work for the aliens. Seeing what you guys would do and how they could respond to that. And so that's how you lose some, you win some, because it talks about that at the game at one point, and then you see on the screen footage from the first game. Different that game's engine going on and stuff, and it's actually really interesting.
Okay, cool.
But I don't and then it also is it takes away the ability, because in the first one you could sit there and not really do anything for a while and just let all your soldiers get really, really strong. And this one, if you do that, there's bad consequences. Mm-hmm. So it's the
Avatar project or whatever that's going on.
I dig it, but I also don't. It's a mixed bag.
Yeah.
But all the classes feel very different. It's very cool. The customization is through the roof on this one.
Customization's even better on this
one. It's real good. It's real good. And then I think I have one more game for this year, Stardew Valley.
Oh, yes.
Although
co-op didn't come out for it for a while.
I don't care. It's
still.
Even the base game it's so good. It's a throwback to
Harvest Moon.
Thank you. To Harvest Moon of old, where it's just farming, but there's also mining. There's you can tend to animals, you can gather, you can fish.
There's romance options, dating system thing. I've actually gotten to where I can marry one of the females in that game.
I forgot about that.
I can marry her if I want to, and I probably will.
All of it was made by one dude. Literally music, coding, graphics, everything. Yeah. One guy.
And it is beautiful, guys. It is such a wonderful, almost perfect game, I think.
Always have it soundtrack in my car for if I ever need to zen out. It's so good. I love it. Best game of the year.
That's your best game?
100%.
I think we can agree this year. I think it's the first time we've actually chose the same one.
Arkham City.
Yes. Yeah. That checks out.
Checks out.
I reviewed the footage, and I have not, and it checks out.
2017 was a little lighter, but it had some good shit.
I know what game.
I'm saving that.
I know what game came out that year.
The Switch came out, first of all.
Yes!
So, with that, we got Splatoon 2.
Yeah!
I played the fuck out of that. It was one of the first multiplayer Nintendo games that I played a lot. I wanted to mention Nier Automata, but I couldn't. I don't know anything about it. I love its art style. The characters are really cool. But
Fortnite came out in 2017.
I wasn't going to mention that.
It's become such a phenomenon. It deserves at least a mention.
Fair.
And we did play it a little.
I don't think this was when Battle Royale was out for it, though.
Fortnite Battle Royale 2017.
God damn it! Let's see. We got
Hollow Knight.
Did I write that down? Because I love Hollow Knight.
I couldn't remember if you did or not.
I have never played it, but the aesthetic is gorgeous.
It's a beautiful looking game. I watched Joe Cat
just play through it recently.
Okay.
And it's so good. It's a very good Metroidvania.
What year did Octopath come out?
18.
Okay. Sorry.
Horizon Zero Dawn came out this year.
Really?
2017.
It's not on this list. These bastards.
You played Horizon Zero Dawn more than me.
Yes.
What's your thoughts?
I love that game. I need to play it more, but it's a wonderful game. It's full of exploration and survival and I don't know. It's a very cool, interesting, like almost. I'm trying to figure out how I'm trying to say this, but like, it's this civilization that it's almost post-apocalyptic because it's a civilization that it's back to like bows and arrows.
It's reverted to primal.
Thank you, primal. It's very like primalistic everything, and there's like no technology almost, and then you stumble upon what seems to be an old ship, like rocket ship, spaceship, plane type thing, and you find some technology. And before that, the only technology you see are these like dinosaurs. It's these robotic dinosaur things that are just roaming around that you hunt for parts, and you use those parts to make armor, weapons, stuff like that. Very kind of Monster Hunter-esque.
Right.
And it's very cool, and different ones do different things. Like there's the Watchers, which will scan for you, and you have to avoid them and do like stealth. There's other things that you certain ones have like explosive bits on them that you hit those with like a flaming arrow or whatever, and it explodes and does a lot more damage. Other ones like you freeze certain parts, so it's really cool. Certain ones are more susceptible to certain things, so it's really fun. And then all of a sudden you find this technology that you get on there. Well, that actually helps show the weaknesses and everything. You get this little thing that you clip on your like kind of on your brow. Aloy you clips on like the side her temple almost type thing, and all of a sudden she's able to just like scan people, like little readings pop up of different people, like the name, different stuff, and like the type of dinosaur creature mech thing that you're seeing, and it's like, oh, okay, and then you can like scan it and see what parts are weak to what and everything, and it's so cool. And she's trying to figure out where this technology comes from and what happens, and something it also is like a communication device, because she actually like taps into like their like her rite of passage thing, the proving, right? It gets interrupted by this clan of people, and they all have these things that she's got. So it's really cool, and it taps into their communication wave, like when they're leaving or something, because she hears it, and they say something about her something about her mother. And so she's got to try to figure that out. So she's hunting these people to try to figure out what's going on. That's kind of as far as I got, because I kept dying to dinosaurs, and I need to go back and play it some more. But overall, so far, super cool game. I love the concept. It's a beautiful game. It is gorgeous, and like you see, I know there's parts where I was in like an old, like abandoned, overgrown like sports arena. Almost at one point, like there's these old like ruins of buildings and like civilization that used to be that's just not there anymore. It's all overgrown with weeds and crumbling, and it's super cool aesthetic. 2 thumbs up. I like that game. I just need to play it more.
Yeah, Battlefront 2 came out this year.
Ugh.
Controversial as it was, I don't think we have to say anything. It was what it was. Good game, bad mechanics. Few that I want to touch on. I don't have a whole lot to say on. I mean, I have a lot to say on, but I don't. Sonic Mania.
Yes.
Really good return to form 2D Sonic.
Best Sonic game since 2D Sonic games stopped being a thing.
Yeah.
It is fantastic.
It is great. I love it. It was a lot of different modes. Really good. Really need to play more. Really good. Harken back to the old Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Odyssey. Great 3D Mario.
Okay.
Same vein. Just they brought it back to 3D Mario's. It's a great game.
And added a unique,
very unique mechanic
to it, which is
capture.
really cool. Just Cappy in general, throwing the cap, bouncing off of it, and all kinds of different stuff.
Cappy
you can
in
do
general
with it.
was really good mechanic.
It's very, very cool.
Really
yeah.
Well. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yeah.
8 came out, but I decided to put the deluxe one because
That's the one we got.
it is sold more than the original.
Really?
It sold more. It has a
Wow. Bless you.
remake. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. That's a fun game. We need to play that again.
It's
at some
very
point. So
tight
much
controls
fun.
too. It's a really good racing
It's
game.
a really good racing Mario game.
Cuphead.
The
aesthetic
very
on that
similar to
alone.
like a lot of the review we were given Shovel Knight. Very much like it's very skill based and all this and I
It's a
can't
very
get
good
words
boss
out.
rush mode with a gorgeous aesthetic.
Oh my god, like 40s, 50s cartoon aesthetic or whatever. And like the jazz and everything, the music that plays is just so fitting and it's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Such unique boss fights with cool mechanics and it's just...
It's
Oh
great.
my god, it's great. I have yet to actually play it. You played it with our buddy Mason.
I played it with Mason
and
some.
you loved it.
That was so much fun. I need to get it. I need to get it so bad. Getting into something that I know you're a big fan of, Dead by Daylight.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take it.
Yes,
Catch you.
yes.
Took a sip.
Coffee as I take a sip, and I'm like, oh my god, I love this game. It is such a fun game to play with friends, especially if you like horror games. But because words, calm down, slow down, collect your thoughts. I'm back, guys. It's okay. Guess who's back? So you got one person as the killer, and you got up to 4 survivors. And it's the survivor's job to fix these...
generators.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit the table. Fix these generators, thank you, so that you can get the power on, open the gate, and escape. The killer, you just go around killing them, and don't let them do it. And
you
it's
gotta
super
put
fun.
them on a hook, and then if they're on the hook long enough, they're just dead permanently.
Mm-hmm.
Other survivors can get them off the hooks.
It is so much fun.
It is a lot of fun.
There's so many different killers that have different
tense.
styles of how they do things too. It is so intense and it's so great. And I love this game, you guys. I recommend, especially if you've got a lot of friends.
I
to play
definitely
with.
recommend playing with friends because then it's a lot more fun taunting each other and just being just playing around. And then you don't.
I have played online. I've played once online as a killer and absolutely destroyed them. I got all 4 kills and I was super proud of myself.
Nice.
And then me and Angela and my friend Chris Reimer, who I worked with at sorry for throwing your last name out there, Chris, if you're listening. But who I worked with at my old job, and he you played Smash with him. You did Toon Link.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, you remember him? Okay. He loves playing Dead by Daylight, so Angela and I used to play online with him as a survivor all the time, and we got really good at it, and it was super fun because he knew what he was doing, and we learned from him, and it was such a cool experience to do. And he would be like, all right. And just kind of help lead us to different places and whatever, and helped us get better at things and stuff. And it was so cool. So much fun. I love the game. I highly recommend.
Another one we played a good bit, not enough, Escapist 2.
Oh, yes! We gotta play it more, Adam. We gotta get Larry and Angela over and play it more.
Basic premise, you're escaping from a jail. There are so many ways to do it. You can make
and
forge little keys.
The graphics are so cute. It's got
cute.
little sprite
It's
animations,
definitely
and it's so
cute
wonderful.
little sprites. You can tunnel through stuff. But like guards will catch you and stuff. It's really
like
it's
you
a
can
really
tunnel
good game.
through. You can like get a pickaxe and like chip your way through a wall. You can cut through the wires. You can go through the vents. There's so many different ways of doing things. It is so much fun. There's even some, like I know we did one where you actually end up mailing yourself out of the jail.
I forgot about that!
It was so cool. There's some cool little like alternate things that you can do as ways of getting out. It's such a fun game.
Yeah.
I love that game so much. And I remember like getting you to play the first one with me, and you were like, "It's all right. It's whatever." And then we got the second one, and you were like, "All right, this one's more fun." Did
the first one have co-op?
I don't know. I don't think it did.
Breath of the Wild came out this year.
Yes,
oh my
I was
god,
waiting
I'm
for you
holding
to
into
do
that.
it.
Oh my god, it's so good. I love Breath of the Wild. Ah!
I think I know your pick.
Legend of Zelda is my favorite series. Everyone knows this. But I peaked so bad, didn't I? I'm so sorry, everyone, but oh my gosh. We had been waiting since 2011 for another Zelda game.
Had it been that long?
6 years.
Holy shit.
Skyward Sword was the last mainline. We got a few HD remakes here and there.
Yeah, that's true.
We got a few other things here and there.
But for a new Zelda
one,
game.
because they teased Zelda U.
Didn't Link Between Worlds come out before that?
Yes, but that was a handheld, a new 3D Zelda game.
Okay. All right, my bad. Gotcha. But oh my god, Breath of the Wild is gorgeous.
Much, and it could have gone so wrong, and it didn't. It is my favorite game of all time. I fucking love exploring that game.
How many times have you played through that game? Like 3 times?
I'm only on my 3rd playthrough because like I don't.
Of course, one of those was like master difficulty or whatever. What?
I think no. Okay, cool. We're good.
I thought I just deleted
all my things. Ooh, boy.
Oh, wow, we're at an hour already.
Yeah, we need to try to wrap this up.
I mean, we got like 2 more years. Hopefully we can get through those.
Zelda's amazing.
Yes.
I will talk more about this ad nauseum later.
When we do an actual Zelda episode, because you better believe we're going to. Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild, that's right.
I can't give it to anything else. There was some other fun stuff, but I can't give it to anything else.
Right answer. I can put down the sword. 2018. I'm going to start with games that weren't on our top 10 games of 2018 list that I have.
Okay.
Most of which is...
Oh, yeah, because we talked about that last on on the first podcast. We were trying to do best games of 2018.
Yeah. Which I'm going to go ahead and say you're not allowed to talk all that much about Sea of Thieves. We talked about that a lot last time.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, A Way Out.
Oh, yeah, that came out. That sucked.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was good.
Not really.
Oh.
It wasn't...
It wasn't terrible.
It wasn't terrible, but it was not really good either.
Okay, I did not know that.
These 2 guys, and you break out of jail, right? So that part's cool, and then after that, you're just on the run from the cops, which is okay, and you're going through these linear levels, but then you get this part where you stop at this little, like, pond, and you get these little spears, and you, like, spear fish, like, stab fish, and eat them, and just not doing anything. And basically, it ends up, it's just, there's 2 different endings. And it's, do you care if I spoil?
Nope. One of them's a cop, right?
One of them is an undercover cop. And the endings are which character dies and which one lives. Because they end up fighting each other at the end.
Oh, you mean Until Dawn? I'm sorry, I hate Until Dawn. I think it's so dumb.
Yeah. Until Dawn.
All right. Well, that sucks, actually, then. We got Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I wasn't going to mention many Pokemon games, but that one, that was an interesting spin-off of Go. It, back to Kanto again. Multiplayer. We never played it, but it actually has multiplayer in there. Co-op.
Oh, yeah. I forgot
and
about
your Pokemon
that.
follow behind you, so it's automatically one of my top 5s. Detroit Become Human. I think it's mildly overrated.
Yeah.
But I definitely didn't think it was bad. It was a good story. Great acting, and I love the guy who plays Connor. Fallout 76.
That flop of a game.
Can you call it a game?
Wow.
And
Throwing
then,
some shade.
Damn right. And then Starlink.
That was fun. I enjoyed it.
It was the only Toys to Life game I actually enjoyed.
Have you played any other Toys to Life games?
There's a reason it's the only one I enjoyed. No, I haven't, but still.
Okay, but no, that was fun, and we got the Nintendo Switch version, so we got Star Fox and the R-Wing, and that was cool. So he has his own little storyline that we were doing, and it's pretty fun. And didn't it have like a motion control thing where you could control the ship like this, or am I crazy?
I think it could have.
I don't remember. I wish I'd still like to, in all honesty, get some more of the different ships and pilots so that we can do different stuff. And, but
I'm now moving on to some of the list ones. A few that we were...
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves is one of them.
So much fun. We talked about it a lot in our first episode of the podcast when we were just introducing the podcast. So if you want to know more, go listen to that one, because Adam's not going to let me talk about it now because I talked about it plenty.
And we're also running short on time.
Yes.
Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition.
Yep.
Which we that's the one we played. It was super good.
So much
Loved
fun.
it. We talked about that already, though. Octopath Traveler.
Okay. Yeah.
Very good RPG. I actually really dug it.
Never played it.
The break system was really good. The characters were really fun. In general, it was really good. It was just an RPG. It was a kind of generic RPG, so it kind of fell to the wayside for me. Mm-hmm. Divinity Original Sin 2.
Yes.
So good.
It is so good. More. Literally, Dungeons and Dragons, the video game. Like, you go around, you accept quests, you do stuff, and it's turn-based combat, and you can... like line up, figure out combos with your party members and stuff. It's so cool, so good. We still haven't gotten past the first area because we just never played it.
We did once.
Well, technically, yes, and we haven't played since.
That's not the point. We also have, let's go, Super Mario Party.
That was a very good return to form for Mario Party because we grew up playing Mario Party.
Yeah, and it was really depressing going through these like years of video games, and I saw Mario Party like 3 different times. And I'm like, oh yeah, these sucked.
Mario Parties 1 through 7, well, mostly 4 through 7, we played a lot. Growing up, we played a little bit of the ones on N64. We played a lot of the GameCube ones, and guys, those hold such a special place in our heart because we played those with our cousin all the time. And after it just started going down, started going downhill, and they just started getting worse and worse. And then Super Mario Party came out, and it was an actual Mario Party game again.
It definitely still had some problems,
but it was
nice. We had a lot of fun with that. It was
so good. So I will recommend that one. That one was
Dragon Ball Fighters. This one's on here because of me. I love this one. It's so good. It's a really good fighting game that you can button mash your way through. But if you know what you're doing, it really is good. It has so many callbacks to the source material. It's a beautiful game. The art style is gorgeous. The mechanics are deep and tight. It's so good. I love that.
Fantastic.
Wizard of Legend.
I was wondering when this one was coming up. I love this one.
So this is a roguelike Avatar, basically.
I can't claim this one as top game of 2018 because of another game that came out that I'm waiting for you to say.
There's still like 3 more that are that we ranked above this.
But holy crap, Wizard of Legend is beautiful, you guys. Go check it out. You play as these wizards. You run around through these dungeons. It's a roguelike game. You're trying to get through this trial thing.
The wizard
Chaos Trials.
Chaos Trials. Yes, there you go.
And it's so fun. You can customize your spells that you have, do whatever elements you want, you can mix and match them if you want, have one of like, each element if you really want to.
Yeah.
Each one does different ones, like the air, like all the air ones are really quick and don't do a ton of damage. The fire ones are
their cooldowns are also usually really small, so
yeah, the fire ones are decent speed, decent power. Earth ones are like slow but pretty powerful. The water ones are I don't remember.
Water ones are fluid, so they have they have a longer
good like
charge.
combos or something.
They're really
like
good at combos. They have a pretty long charge, but they have both good speed and
lightning
range.
is super fast.
Lightning is so fast. I love lightning.
You comboed with lightning with air so much that
I was
literally
the storm.
Okay. So there are like boss battles after each area. And after you defeat the boss, if both players are still alive, because you can co-op this with 2 players, if both of them are still alive, they go 1v1, and it's not for, like, anything. You don't really do anything, but you fight each other for no reason.
For bragging rights, and I got so many bragging rights.
And Adam basically has permanent bragging rights, because he had these lightning and air moves that would literally combo into each other so well, I could not move. It just kept pushing me back until I died. Like, I could not get out of it.
Especially when I pinned you against the wall, you were done.
And I wanted to be mad. I was mad, but I couldn't be that mad because it was impressive and well done. And I was like, fuck you.
I was so good at, like, that was the one thing I practiced so much was those combos, because I knew exactly when I was about to run out, and I dash away until everything recharged. So by the time he got me, he got 2 hits in, and I was back in.
That being said, my 2 hits did about as much as yours did. But I couldn't do anything. And, guys, there's items that you can buy and pick up throughout these dungeons that will power up different things. Some of them, based on how many items you have in your inventory, boost your armor, boost your defense, or boost your attack. Like,
or give you special buffs. Like every time you get coins, you get health.
Yeah, like that. And then there's some that like it powers up fire type moves, which I always had, so that always did good. And then there's some that like gave you more health, and there were also cursed items.
Oh my gosh.
Cursed
They
relics.
have heavy highs, but also bad lows.
Yeah, like there are some that like cut your health significantly, but make you such a glass cannon type thing. Like cut your health so much to where you have like 100 health instead of the 300 or 400 that you've built up.
It's 500. I think you start with 500, but like you'd have it into like 100 max health.
Yeah. But your moves would, like, your attack would go up so much and stuff like that. It was, they're so great. Oh my god.
It's on, like, every console. It's on every, oh my gosh, yes.
There are some boots that, like, make you run so slow. And I don't remember what the upside was.
I know one of them was, like, you could triple dash.
Yeah, but you run so slow. But it's such a great game. We highly recommend
all
this.
consoles. It's so much fun. It's usually pretty cheap. But
Yeah.
it's a great one.
A lot of replayability in it, too.
So I'm actually going to read what the rankings were when we gave this, because number 10 was Octopath Traveler, 9 was Divinity,
8 was Sea of Thieves.
8 was Sea of Thieves, 7 was Dragon Ball FighterZ, 6 was Hyrule Warriors, 5 Mario Party, and 4 was Wizard of Legend. So at this point, I'm actually just going to go down in the list.
Let's do it.
3 was Spider-Man.
Spider-Man! Spider-Man!
I could talk for hours on the
I
could talk for hours on the costumes alone.
Oh my god, that game was beautiful. Like I mentioned in the last one we were talking about Arkham City. That felt like being Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Arkham City.
It felt like you were Spider-Man. The
so
swinging on the webs felt like swinging on the webs.
Was gorgeous.
Holy crap, it felt so great. I am calling a little bit of BS on the fact that Spider-Man never kills anybody in that, because there are ways...
You knock a few people off rooftops.
You can kill some people in this game.
But what actually happens when you do so?
Yeah.
He like planted a little web thing, so they get far enough down, and then a web just shoots out to the building and smacks them onto it.
But still, it's... Oh my god, such a great game. The story is good. The introduction of some of the characters like Doc Ock are fantastic.
That was great. I love that.
Building the Sinister Six. The costumes. There are so many different costumes that you can just wear. You can change into them at any time, you guys. It is fantastic. It is such a good game. I love it.
Tight.
And
one of the things I like about the combat is you don't, like in Batman, you see the thing and you hit the thing to counter. Mm-hmm. Spider-Man doesn't counter. He dodges away from him.
Yeah.
And then you jump in to attack for that. It's really cool. It's really good, and it feels like a good Spider-Man combat.
Also, Spider-Man in that is voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, who is the voice of Sasuke from Naruto. Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. I'm going to jump to number 2 now, because we're probably running really low on time.
We're at like 112, 113.
Okay, it's not terrible. Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yes, I knew that was coming up, because I know what number 1 is.
Yeah, you do.
Because it's both of our picks for this year. Smash Bros. Ultimate is the ultimate Smash Brothers game.
The next logical step with so many characters. The fighting is so crisp. It is so much fun. Everything is like Smash 4, but a little bit better in some way.
It is fantastic. My voice cracked. Stop laughing.
I'm not laughing. Sure.
But it is so good. It's so beautiful. Even more characters. Because not only are you getting every character that's ever been in a Smash Brothers game in this game, but there's even some new characters brought into this game, plus some DLC.
The "Everyone is here" tagline that came out when it was being announced still gives me chills. That was so good, and I loved it. Just seeing Snake return. Oh,
Mewtwo, Pichu.
Like,
the only thing that didn't return was Pokefloats.
returned in our hearts. Well, we got to get to number 1, Monster Hunter World.
Hunter World!
Oh my god! I talked
best game ever.
I talked about how I loved Monster Hunter for you, and this is just indeed. And this is just everything that game was lacking. This game had. The controls are great. It still keeps the Monster Hunter charm. There's a few complaints here or there, like the weapons aren't as great.
And they made it so much more fluid too, because unlike older Monster Hunter games, there's no loading between zones. You don't have to stop to harvest things, to collect mushrooms, to collect herbs. You can do it on the go. You don't have to craft individual pickaxes or
bug nets. You have those fishing rods. You've got. There's
whetstones, infinite,
unlimited whetstones. That's so good,
so wonderful.
What else? There's a in-game monster field guide, which tells you what it's weak to after you've hunted it enough, so you don't have to go look at a fucking wiki like you used to in the past. It was terrible. It was.
Guys, this game is so good, and they released an expansion.
I'm talking about that next year. Okay. I literally have that
for the next one. Cool. Then I can't wait to get to that.
It's so good.
Oh my god, this game.
The multiplayer is so good. We
play this with our friends all
We've
the
gone
time.
Through the entire story with that.
If recording this hadn't taken so long, I was going to ask if you wanted to play Monster Hunter when we were done, because I thought it was going to be one episode.
Same. I'm too good at this. I apologize. But this is just, it's such a fun game. I love this so much. It's amazing.
We cannot recommend this game enough.
And it has a play style
for new or old Monster Hunter players alike. It
is the best place to get into the series. And if you've ever played a Monster Hunter game, please play this one. Mm-hmm. It's so good. I have two main complaints about the game. That's the monster roster. Yeah, it's not big, but they had to remake assets for everything instead of just pulling from the backlog that like they've been doing, because it's not on a 3DS.
Yeah.
And so they had to remake them, and they had to do stuff. But they keep releasing free ones. They added a bunch in Iceborne, and then the weapons aren't the best. Some of the weapons design is it's a default look with some of the monsters' fur taped to it.
Yeah. That is. It's
a little iffy, but it's still
such a great game.
It's so easy to overlook those because it's so good.
Please try this game.
I think it's without saying that's our number one.
That is absolutely our top game for 2018. So moving right along.
Right, 2019. I'm gonna have to
because we're at a minute.
I gotta start
16.
I gotta start Yoshi's Crafted World.
Okay.
I decided to put that one on there. It was very cute, very fun. I liked it. Mario Maker 2.
Oh yeah, Mario Maker 2.
It was good Mario Maker, but it didn't get quite the traction the other one did. Probably because it didn't have a touchscreen.
Probably.
World of Warcraft Classic.
I thought the Switch does have a touchscreen.
It does. I guess you can, but then you can't do it on the big screen. It's weird.
Yeah.
World of Warcraft Classic. That one came out, and a lot of people were excited about that. I've never really played WoW, so.
Oh. Got one. It's actually not on the list, but it's one I thought of.
Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yeah, which we still need to get.
I've heard it's fantastic.
Yes, and it's got co-op.
It's got co-op throughout as Gooigi.
Gooigi. I will gladly play as Gooigi.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Death Stranding. It was the walking simulator we were all expecting. Pause real quick. That scared me. Walking simulator with Kojima going nuts. With Norman Reedus.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know much about it. I've heard mixed bag. I've heard it's terrible. I've heard it's amazing. It's if you want it to be good, it's going to be good. If you want it to be bad, it's going to be bad.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
I was waiting for that one. Yep. That is a game that released.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, so real quick, by the way, we mentioned how we had a lot of episodes recorded for that we're just probably never going to get on the channel or whatever. I looked at how many there were. 25.
Jesus, how many did we release? 3?
Yeah, I think so.
God, what were your overall thoughts on that?
On the 3 we released, or
on Kingdom Hearts 3?
It wasn't terrible. It felt like a Kingdom Hearts game. Essentially, I liked all the Disney worlds and stuff. Getting to do that as usual. Didn't really care too much about the story because I just wanted to get to the Disney stuff. Still haven't finished it. As we talked about in our first podcast, we
2 episodes.
We only released
There's
2.
only 2.
Oh yeah, we were not meant to be doing video games.
At
At least not and editing them too. We needed an editor. We did not get that, but it was okay. That's kind of all I got there. It was all right. I never got to finish it. I still want to get to Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm gonna go back and finish it at some point.
Yeah, eventually.
But
Borderlands 3. We finally got Borderlands 3. Did I?
We still haven't played that.
We still haven't played it. I'm saying like the
Yeah.
the world finally got Borderlands 3.
Yeah.
For what I heard, it was really
Too bad
good.
it's
It was a
not
little. I heard it was a
Half-Life
little
3.
short, but
That meme is so dead.
yeah, it's so dead. On to some that I actually have more to say about. Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Oh yeah. Oh
I'm actually really loving that. It's especially because I actually completely skipped the Fire Emblem game, which was Fire Emblem Fates, because it was bad, and I didn't want to talk about it because it makes me sad. But this one's really good. I love all the characters.
Is that one essentially what Three Houses wanted to be?
No.
Or I mean, what Three Houses is what Fates wanted to be.
Kind of.
Is what I meant. Sorry.
Kind of.
Yeah.
It was actually yeah. Now I think about it, kind of yeah. But
you did like some of the characters from that one though.
some of the
didn't you?
characters, like
that
one of
Archer
the,
guy.
Takumi is one of my favorites. I love him, and then most of the people on the Hoshido side are really good, and everyone else is forgettable except Camilla because she has giant tits. So the internet loves her.
I imagine so.
But yeah, that was. It's a really good one, and I really enjoy. It's really solid. I need to finish it, but yeah, Blue Lions all the way.
Gotcha. I got one. Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Yep, that was yeah. 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 It's good, but it's bad.
Really?
It's
I only watched you play it a little bit.
It's fun. It can be very fun because it's fucking Pokemon. But also, it's so fucking bare bones. They left out a lot of it. It looks kind of ugly, especially with, like, some of the background stuff. Like, it's just, like, those trees in the wild area look like they're from a fucking PS2 game. The Pokemon, they didn't add the national decks because they're like, oh, we need to remake all the models. And I'm like, okay, I get that. And the models are exactly the same as the 3DS ones. Like, they literally just look upscaled. And it's like, that feels dirty. Huh. Cool. And then a lot of it's just like instead of like gym battles, there's you go to like little like event trials to get to them.
Right.
And at first they're really cool. Like you have to do like basically you're rounding up a bunch of sheep, a bunch of wooloo.
Yeah.
In the first one, and by the last 3, it's just you're battling.
Yeah.
You're just battling your gauntlet. It's like I don't care. This isn't fun. Some of the Pokemon are a little iffy, but I actually enjoy the design of a bunch of them. Overall, 6.5 out of 10.
Okay.
It's good and I enjoy it. I wouldn't have enjoyed it as much if I didn't have friends playing it.
Gotcha.
Because I like to do raids with them.
Cool. I can dig that. So tell me, Adam.
Hold on a second.
What else came out in 2019?
Well, since you asked, Link's Awakening remake.
Oh yeah, which I still want to get and play because I never played the original,
and
I want to because it has Mario.
I dig the art style. I'm probably gonna wait till it goes on sale because it is a Game Boy game for $60.
Yeah.
A very beautiful Game Boy game, but still. So, but I mean, what you're really waiting for is Untitled Goose Game. where you get to be just the asshole, just an asshole, and it's great. I haven't played it, but I've watched people play it. It's so much fun.
It's so great.
It's so great. Jedi Fallen Order came out this year.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that game. It had a good mix of like Souls-like combat with a great feel of the Star Wars world. I loved customizing my lightsaber. The story was pretty great, and using the Force to almost like a Metroidvania style, where you had to go back and you could unlock new stuff, where you got new parts. And also, it introduced literally the best character in the entire Star Wars universe in BD-1. The little droid you get is the cutest thing I've ever seen,
and you need one.
and I want him.
Also, I think it's Drome something. The guy that plays Cal did a fantastic job.
Yeah, no, killed it. Nailed the
He's a
performance.
great actor. He was the
love
Joker
him.
in Gotham, like several different ones,
I loved him. Iceborne.
I just jumping right in.
I'm just jumping in.
Oh my
so
god, guys.
good.
So what happens when you take perfection and make it better? Iceborne.
I don't want to call Monster Hunter World perfect because a lot of people are going to yell at me for that. But I don't care. I love it so much. Iceborne is so good. I love snow levels in games, especially if they don't have the sliding mechanics, which it doesn't. So we're
Stupid
good.
ice blocks in Mario.
Oh my god, yes. But like I love the aesthetic of everything and the white powdery snow. It introduces so many variants, like the Folger Anjanath, which is
and
electric
brings back
stuff.
old monsters too, like Zenogre!
Zenogre's my favorite monster. I love him so much.
I just peaked so bad. I'm sorry.
I don't even care. Oh my god, Zenogre's in this game. I was a little iffy because it's a bit pricey for the expansion it was, and then they announced Zenogre, and I'm like, I don't care. Take my money.
I will pay
full price.
An arm and a leg for this.
I will literally pay for another fucking game just to get this monster. I haven't fought him yet, but I'm working toward it. A lot of the new monsters they introduce are great. I love all of it.
And I love, like you were saying, the variants of it, like Anjanath, but
the
electric.
Viper
Togekidachi, Poison Togekidachi, the water Coral Puke.
It's so good.
It's so cool. I love the variants.
They use a lot of the same moves, but like with a different twist on them.
Yeah.
And it's so good. It introduces a lot, even more quality of life changes. Like with a gathering hub, you can now stay in there so you can run around with your friends.
Yes, you can go to the forge in the gathering hub, do the argosy, do the harvesting and cultivating and everything. You can check your investigations and complete deliveries. You can do so much stuff while not leaving the gathering hub while you're still with your friends, so it doesn't take so long to have to go back and forth and all this stuff. And it's so great. It is so helpful.
I love it. I love all of it.
Also, the hot springs.
There's hot springs
in there. There's hot springs, which is amazing. There's a sauna.
There's a sauna. It's great. And then for our final one, that's pretty much all I have of games. So final, what's your top pick? I'm not gonna pick Iceborne because like it's a little unfair to call it the best game of 2019, which is not really a game. It's an expansion, which is great. I meant to mention. Oh no! In 2018, I meant to mention the Champions Ballad. The Breath of the Wild DLC. Another time. It's fine.
Okay.
For me, it's between
Fallen Order,
Three Houses or Fallen Order. I love both of them.
What all games were there again?
Kingdom Hearts 3, Crafted World, Maker 2, Borderlands 3, Link's Awakening, Fallen Order, Sword and Shield, Death Stranding, Luigi Mansion 3.
I haven't played most of these yet.
Yeah, no.
The only one I have really played, I've played Kingdom Hearts 3 and Iceborne. And I want to pick Iceborne, but now that you said that, I don't want to be a cheater.
You're welcome to. If you're wrong.
Just from what little bit I have watched of it, though, I'm going to have to go with Fallen Order.
Fallen Order's so good. I'm going to go Three Houses just because Fire Emblem's my baby.
I thought you might.
It was a really close race, though, because I really wanted Fallen Order. That was good. I love both those games. They're so good. It was a short year for video games. Not much notable came out, but what did was really good.
So good.
But that wraps it up. Now that we're probably at, an hour and a half?
Pretty close.
Yep.
No, we made it in two episodes.
Especially because these last these last 3 years was just this game, next!
There wasn't anything that we really wanted to go very in-depth with, but
outside of Monster Hunter.
Outside of Monster Hunter. Because it is such a good game.
So good.
And I stand by my description of how do you make perfect better.
Fair
Iceborne.
enough.
Fuck everybody who wants to fight me.
But thanks guys for listening.
Thank you so much, guys. It means a lot. Please leave a like, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you what games
are your favorites?
Or your favorite, or what games did you love that we missed, or what games did you agree with? Like
what games did you disagree with?
And disagree with. Yeah, please just let us know all this stuff. Let us let us know if there's anything you want us to do an episode on. Like literally anything. It could be pizza toppings. We could do an episode of a podcast.
We could work it into it at least.
We can work it in there at least. Just let us, give us some suggestions on things to do episodes about. It would be awesome and help us out a lot. Make sure you subscribe because we like subscribers. It makes us feel like a big happy family, and it just help us.
Yeah, we'll let you know when the next podcast is out. We don't know what the next topic's going to be yet, so you will see when you listen.
Say that again?
It'll be a surprise.
Okay. again.
Shut up.
It's like, what?
But until you listen,
We love you, stay weird, and we'll see you next time.